We are sure God wants us to be happy, joyous, and free. We cannot subscribe to the belief that this life is a vale of tears, though it once was just that for many of us. But it is clear that we made our own misery. God didn't do it. Avoid, then, the deliberate manufacture of misery. But if trouble comes, cheerfully capitalize it as an opportunity to demonstrate His omnipotence. Happy, joyous, and free. Isn't that the ultimate goal in life? You know, if just putting the plug in the jug was enough, there'd be a lot of happy, joyous, and free people in this world. But just putting the plug in the jug is not enough. I know too many people who have found a way to just white-knuckle their sobriety. And they're not experiencing all the gifts that come with true emotional sobriety. There's so much more. I want you to experience that. I want you to be able to understand what it means to be happy, joyous, and free. You know, I can tell you what it means to me, which I probably will during this video, but I think it means something different to everyone. For me, being happy it's not something that is created because of outside occurrences. It's not because of circumstances that I'm happy. My happiness is a choice that I make every day. I make the choice to love life, to be happy, to be grateful. Now see, practicing gratitude can bring about happiness. You know, and I know that I hammer on gratitude a lot on this channel, but it's very, very powerful. It can provide happiness in your life. And the main reason is because you're choosing to focus on the things in your life that you have to be grateful for, rather than choosing to focus on the negative things in your life, the things that you wish were different, you know? They say that happy people focus on what they already have, and sad people focus on what's missing. Well, there you go. I don't focus on what's missing. If something's missing and I need it bad enough, I gotta work for it. I gotta, try to make it happen. And if it doesn't happen, that's not going to affect my happiness. Like I said, it's a choice. I choose to be happy. Now, I can't always choose to be joyous, but I do have some control over my joyousness. That happiness and that gratitude brings about a joyous nature. You know, when someone asks me now, Earl, how are you doing? I always say, fantastic. Now, it might not always be the entire truth of the matter, but do I need to spread that? Well, let me tell you, this morning I woke up, my back was hurting, and, I spilled my coffee, and, nobody wants to hear that crap, And I certainly don't want to focus on it, I don't want to bring other people down. I want to put a smile on their face, if at all possible. And I can't do that if I don't have a joyous nature about me. So for me, joyousness it's the happiness that I'm showing the world around me. I'm sitting here looking at a beautiful, beautiful ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. And as you can see, the sun is pretty much hidden by a bunch of clouds this morning. But look at it. Isn't it beautiful anyway? That's called having a joyous attitude. called being grateful. Man, I'm walking the beach before the sun even comes up. And yeah, there's clouds, and they're pretty cool looking clouds too, to be honest with you. I love this. I love this. And how many people in this world not only never get to experience something like this, but would love to be able to. And I get to do it on a regular basis. Man, am I grateful for that. Life is fantastic. It really, really is. Now, when you move on to freedom, that's a topic that I know a lot about, and I know about the lack of it as well. The lack of freedom is what's given me such an education about freedom and an appreciation for that freedom. You know, in this country, we talk about it being a free country. And in a lot of ways, it really is, especially when you compare it to other countries. Our freedoms are compromised sometimes, and sometimes we compromise our own freedom. And that's what I've done in the past. As important as happiness and joyousness is to me, expressing my gratitude for the freedom that I have today could go on and on. I am extremely grateful for the freedoms that I have today. And there's different types of freedom. You know, anybody who's been incarcerated knows exactly what physical freedom is and the lack thereof. It's the day they let you out. Woo! Freedom! You know, it's one of those things that sometimes you don't know what you got until it's gone. Today, I am free from the bondage of self. And that's much huger. Huger? It's bigger. Freedom from the bondage of self. You know, by going through the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, I've come to know who I am and appreciate who I am. I've come to appreciate the freedom to be who I am and not be ashamed of that person. Now, a lot of that came with a 4th through 9th steps. The 4 through 9 steps are the ones that really gave me that freedom. I am extremely pleased with the life that I have today. It has come so far. The 12 steps gave me freedom. I've been incarcerated, but I've also incarcerated myself, a self-made prison. A prison of my own making. The 12 steps gave me freedom from that. Today I live happy, joyous, and free. I exercise that freedom, the freedom to be who I am, and the freedom to be happy with who I am. I've made some major changes in my life. Those changes brought about the happiness, the joyousness, and the freedom. I've learned to laugh at myself. I do it all the time. So like I said before, this is something that I want for you. I want you to be happy, joyous, and free. And the only recipe I have for happy, joyous, and free is the 12 Steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. There's some parts of it that can be uncomfortable, possibly even painful. But you come out the other side feeling so much better. You start caring about other people. It's no longer just about me. I have people in my life that I truly care about, and I want to see them succeed. And you, as my listeners, you're part of that. I do care. I care what happens to each and every one of you. And that's why I want this for you. It's a life beyond your imagination. So give it a shot. The 12 steps, there's only 12 of them. It's not 112 or 212, it's only 12 steps. If you live on the second floor, I bet you take 12 steps at least every single day. Just do it. You'll see a big difference. And, hey, leave me a comment in the comment section. Tell me how you're doing with it. Are you living happy, joyous, and free? Are you working the 12 steps? Are you living the principles behind the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous? Or are you just white-knuckling your sobriety, just getting by, just as miserable as ever? I sure hope not. But either way, I care, and I want to hear about it. So you guys have a great day, and I'll see you out here on the beach next time, okay? Have a good one.